Shadows of Chernobyl. The mutant beasts of Pripyat. Ever heard the whispers about the creatures lurking in the abandoned streets of Pripyat? Today, we're diving deep into the shadows of Chernobyl to uncover the legends of mutant beasts born from radiation. Buckle up, it's gonna be a wild ride. So picture this. Over 35 years after one of the most catastrophic nuclear disasters, the Chernobyl exclusion zone stands as a haunting monument to a moment frozen in time. Trees have reclaimed the streets, buildings crumble under the weight of silence, and yet, there's a feeling that something is watching. Rumors swirl among thrill seekers and locals alike. They speak of shadows that move on their own, eerie noises in the dead of night, and creatures that shouldn't exist. Are you ready to meet them? Let's go. The disaster. Quick recap for those who snoozed through history class. On April 26, 1986, Reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant blew its top during a late-night safety test gone horribly wrong. The explosion sent radioactive material spewing into the sky. Panic ensued. Pripyat, a city once bustling with life, was evacuated in just 36 hours. People left everything behind, thinking they'd return soon. Spoiler alert. They didn't. The exclusion zone was established, and just like that, an area the size of Luxembourg became a ghost town. The birth of monsters. Radiation isn't just dangerous, it's downright weird. It messes with DNA like a toddler with a new coloring book, scribbles everywhere. Scientists have theories about how radiation can cause mutations, leading to new traits or abilities in creatures. Illegal explorers, known as stalkers, venture into the zone and share stories of encounters that defy explanation. Creatures with abilities that seem ripped straight out of a comic book. Is it all just tales told around a campfire? Or is there more to it? Monster Type 1. The Shadow Wolves. Imagine wolves with fur so dark it seems to swallow light. Their coats aren't just black, they absorb light, making them nearly invisible in the dark. Talk about the ultimate camouflage. But that's not all. These wolves have heightened senses that put their regular counterparts to shame. They move silently, communicate with subtle gestures, and can track anything that enters their territory. So, if you ever feel eyes on you in the zone, it might be them. Stay alert. Monster Type 2. The Glowing Stalkers. Imagine humanoid figures that emit a faint, haunting glow. Some say they're the spirits of former plant workers or soldiers, but others believe they're living beings mutated by radiation. Their superpower? They can emit bursts of radiation that cause anyone nearby to experience disorientation and hallucinations. It's like being trapped in a nightmare while awake. So, if you see a strange glow in the distance, maybe don't go towards the light. Monster Type 3. The Iron Behemoths. These giants have exoskeletons reinforced by metal they've absorbed from the environment. Think of them as walking tanks, and no, that's not an exaggeration. Their superpower is magnetic manipulation. They can attract or repel metallic objects at will. Bullets? Useless. Swords? Forget about it. If you're carrying anything metal, you're basically handing them a weapon. So maybe go plastic? Monster Type 4. The Vine Crawlers. The vine crawlers are hybrid creatures fused with plant life. Their limbs are a tangled mess of vines and roots, allowing them to meld seamlessly with the forest. Their superpower is control over flora. They can accelerate plant growth to entrap or even impale their prey. Imagine walking through the woods and suddenly the trees come alive. Time to invest in a good pair of hedge clippers. Monster Type 5. The Winged Watchers. These birds sport expanded wingspans and feathers that shimmer with iridescent radiation. But what's truly unsettling is their eyes. They seem almost intelligent. They communicate telepathically and can emit piercing shrieks that disrupt electronic equipment. Drones? Jammed. Cameras? Glitched. They're the surveillance kings of the sky. So if your tech starts acting up, you might want to look up. The protagonists. Enter our brave, or maybe just crazy, group of adventurers. We've got Alex, the seasoned explorer seeking thrills. Maya, the biologist aiming to study mutations. Dmitri, the ex-soldier haunted by his past. And Lena, the tech guru filming everything for her vlog. Each has their reasons for venturing into the zone. Some seek answers, others fortune, and a few, redemption. They've got their gear, maps, and a list of rules to survive. Rule number 1. Stick together. Easy enough, right? Well, journey into the unknown. Our gang steps into the zone, and immediately, it's like entering another world. Nature has reclaimed everything. Trees grow through cars, buildings are blanketed in moss, and the silence is deafening. They start exploring abandoned sites, collecting samples, and documenting their journey. At first, it's all fun and games. But then they start noticing strange tracks, whispers they can't quite place, and shadows that flicker at the corner of their eyes. The feeling that they're not alone grows stronger. First encounters. As night falls, they set up camp, laughing and sharing stories. But the laughter fades when they hear howls unlike anything they've heard before. The shadow wolves are on the prowl. In a heartbeat, the wolves are upon them, shadows within shadows. Panic ensues. The group narrowly escapes, but the close call shakes them. Debates break out. Should they turn back or push forward? Alex insists they're close to something big. The others aren't so sure. Deeper into the zone. Deciding to press on, they venture deeper. The landscape becomes more twisted. Trees grow in spirals. The air feels heavier, and technology starts to glitch. They spot winged watchers perched above, their gaze unblinking. Under pressure, the group splits up to cover more ground. Each member faces their own challenges. Maya gets ensnared by a vine crawler. Dmitri confronts his fears facing a glowing stalker, and Lena's equipment goes haywire thanks to the winged watchers. It's a bad day all around. The revelation. Regrouping, they stumble upon a hidden entrance to an underground bunker. Inside, they find files and recordings suggesting that post-disaster experiments were conducted here. The mutations aren't just a byproduct of radiation but were accelerated intentionally. Shocked, they realize someone wanted these creatures to exist, maybe even control them. The moral dilemma hits hard. Do they expose this information to the world or bury it to prevent mass panic? The clock is ticking, and they're not alone down there. Climax. Confrontation with the Alpha Monster. Enter the Alpha Monster, the Chernobyl entity. This colossal being is made of pure energy, constantly shifting and changing form. It's like staring into a living aurora borealis, but way more terrifying. Its superpower? It can manipulate radiation and energy, controlling other mutated creatures in the zone. Think of it as the puppet master, and everything else as its marionette. The group tries to reason, escape, anything. But the entity isn't interested in chats over coffee. A frantic battle ensues. Their tools are useless. Dmitri makes a stand, sacrificing himself to buy the others time. It's a heart-wrenching moment that highlights the stakes. The rest manage to trigger an old containment protocol in the bunker, momentarily trapping the entity. But for how long? Resolution. Emerging from the bunker as the sun rises, the survivors are forever changed. They've seen things the world wouldn't believe. Alex suggests they release the information, but Lena and Maya argue that the world isn't ready. Plus, who would believe them? They decide to keep the secret, for now. They make a pact to watch over the zone, to ensure the secrets stay buried, and perhaps find a way to help the creatures they've encountered. It's a heavy burden, but they know it's the right thing to do. The zone remains, an enigma wrapped in a mystery. Epilogue. Back to the present, the Chernobyl exclusion zone continues to be shrouded in mystery. The stories of mutant beasts are dismissed by many as mere legends, but those who've been there know better. The shadows hold secrets, and sometimes it's best they stay that way. This tale isn't just about monsters, it's a reminder of the consequences of human actions and the hubris of thinking we can control nature. The zone stands as a testament to that lesson. So, the next time you hear a strange noise in the dark, maybe give it a second thought. A big shout out to all those affected by the Chernobyl disaster. Their resilience and courage continue to inspire. Let this story serve as a reminder to respect the power of nature and to learn from history so that we don't repeat the same mistakes. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the shadows. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more adventures, and drop your thoughts or theories in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. Peace out.